What is the first thing that springs to mind when you think about who you are? May I ask for your name? Quite the revelation, I must say. Your complex story is far more extensive than what your moniker suggests. There is a deeper substance behind the superficial identification. Who are you, then? That remains an open subject. Is it true? The truth about who we are is so vastly underappreciated in most answers. Most of the time when we introduce ourselves, we focus on concrete, outside factors such as our occupation or hometown. However, let's delve farther. You are more than your occupation or your country of origin. Simply put, these are labels. Also, names can be changed. These external labels do not capture your authentic self. Consider it in this light. In response to a question about your identity, you may provide details about your birthplace, job, or age. Keep in mind that this is only a partial account of your story. You see, your essential identity is unchanging no matter what happens to your work, your age, or your location. You remain unchanged at your core. As a result of these outside influences, you may have encountered difficulties that appeared insurmountable. You are more than the sum of your hardships. Whatever suffering or anxiety you may have felt is not personal to you. These difficulties will pass, but your authentic identity will not. It's as if you're discovering something constant at your core by removing layers. When others inquire about you, keep in mind that there is more to who you are than what meets the eye. You are more than just your work history and the things you've been through. No matter how much life changes you, there is a constant, unchanging you that exists beyond all the titles. If you ever find yourself worrying excessively about the future or mired in a never-ending stream of ideas, then you may be suffering from anxiety or overthinking. Nobody is immune to it. Now we get to the important part. You are not your worries or your thoughts. Think about it this way. You have a duality inside. A portion has difficulties, such as anxiety or being stuck in a thinking cycle. Part 2, watches. The effect is similar to that of a watcher who observes events unfolding without being involved in them. The self-aware observer is cognizant of the worry and excessive analysis. Just who is this bystander then? You are it. These mental states are being observed by you. Anxiety may seem like a prison, but it is not you. You are not the overthinking, even if you may find yourself doing it. You are the only one who knows about these procedures. Recognizing this fact is a potent weapon. It's as if you're in a play and need to take a step back to view the larger picture. During the hard times, one aspect of you behaves like an actor, while the other aspect observes from the sidelines. Comprehending the storyline, I am cognizant of that. When faced with adversity, this duality is essential. It may be easy to let them to define you. When you learn to stand back and watch the difficulties unfold rather than being absorbed by them, magic begins to happen. When things get tough, just remember that you are not the only one who is cognizant of pain. It's as if you were born with an inherent capacity to bounce back, some aspect of yourself that could see beyond the difficulties and guide you through them with precision. Being self-aware allows you to step back from your problems, which in turn helps you view bigger picture and discover a solution. Problems, hardships, sorrow, and suffering are inevitable parts of life. This is a revolutionary development, realizing that being conscious of pain is different from being in pain itself. Just picture it as having two halves inside of you. As one group faces difficulties, the other group, which is cognizant of the situation, maintains its composure. Somehow the experience and one's consciousness of it are inherently separate. When the stresses of daily life get the best of you, or when you find yourself overthinking, this awareness is a powerful tool to help you break free. Think about it. Who knows this is happening? Finding a solution in your mind is not the point. Being conscious of your awareness is the key. Imagine yourself in a role where you are both a performer and a spectator in your own life's theater. Being the observer of one's ideas rather being caught up in them is a paradigm shift. Essentially, it's the same as taking a step back to view the broader view. You come to understand that when one aspect of yourself endures the hardships, another aspect observes and understands. Recognizing that you are not the only one experiencing the highs and lows of life is a profound realization. You are also distinct from other forms of consciousness. Gaining insight into and making sense of these instances might provide you with a powerful means of distancing yourself from your pain. Connecting with your inner self, a personality that transcends external circumstances, can help you traverse storms with a clearer mind. It's about understanding that you're more than just a regular person. You possess an inherent brilliance. As you listen or read, think on the self-awareness you're experiencing at the moment. In your imagination, it's like having a guardian angel that watches over you at all times. This consciousness goes beyond the ups and downs of everyday living, since it is fundamental to who you are. To put it simply, you are not limited by the tale of your life, your faults, or your history. What you've gone through isn't really defined by these events, though. Being a spectator of your life's events allows your actual essence to stay unaffected by them. Having this comprehension is vital. Being fully conscious is realizing that you are nothing more than awareness and consciousness itself. The things that have happened to you along the way do not define you. You, on the other hand, are the observer, interpreter, and guide through all of that. Take this into consideration. Being self-aware means connecting with this more profound part of yourself through your feelings and ideas. It's when you realize that you are both the experiencer and the observer of those emotions and ideas. A deep sense of your own identity is bestowed to you as you become nearer to your inner self via this transformation in vision. It's a change from viewing oneself as an isolated person responding to the world around you. You come to know yourself instead as the consciousness that observes and makes sense of those responses. Distancing oneself is not the goal of this self-awareness practice. It's like going back to your original, unadulterated self, a place of love, calm, joy, and confidence. It's realizing that you can control your own reality and approach life's challenges with a balanced and composed outlook. By bringing your attention to the present moment, or being aware, you are not only recognizing your emotional or mental condition, you are recognizing the essence of your being, the consciousness that is independent of time and space. In this moment of self-awareness, you are reminded that you are more than a mere mortal. You are existence itself, existing in perfect harmony with the present moment. Let's explore the idea of inner strength and how it might change our lives. You have an incredible reservoir of strength and resilience within of you, a fundamental quality that can change your life for the better. You are not an external force. Rather, this strength is intrinsic to who you are. Think of it as drawing on the strength that is in the recesses of your consciousness. This isn't a quality that comes from outside sources, like success or luck. It's a natural trait that shows up when you find your authentic identity. Establishing a stronger bond with this inner strength will empower you to face life's obstacles with confidence and poise. Having this kind of inner strength has nothing to do with ignoring or avoiding problems. Instead, you need to face them with the resilient attitude that comes from knowing who you really are. You are able to not just survive, but flourish in the face of hardship, because you are cognizant of the fact that difficulties exist. It is not your backstory, your experiences, or even your failures that define this inner strength. Rather, they become interwoven strands in your trip, events observed by your ever-present self-awareness. In the middle of life's ever-shifting situations, this knowledge stands unblemished. When you accept that you are more than your present ideas or circumstances make you, you tap into your inner strength. You have the ability to change them, to script your own life narrative. It's the realization that stories told about you can't contain your authentic self. The impermanence of life's events has no effect on this state of pure awareness. Through the highs and lows, you are able to persevere because your awareness acts as a compass. Being self-aware does not entail embarking on a solitary path. Rather, it's a reconnection with your own identity, one that is firmly grounded in the timeless essence of self-awareness. This inner fortitude isn't some abstract idea. It's a genuine thing that gives you the capacity to create your own world. There is room for change in your life narrative. You can rewrite it if you want to. Feelings of melancholy or worry do not characterize who you are. This is the realm of internal consciousness seeing events. Realizing this gives you the ability to alter your reaction to adversity, which in turn improves your life in a domino effect. If you found this video meaningful, you may want to consider sharing it with someone you know might like it. Until we meet again, please feel free to share your ideas, stories, and experiences in the space provided.